Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Wolfenstein 3D. And when last we left off, Blazkowicz was on the third floor of the second episode of the game, and we just found the key. And it seems we've just found somewhere that we can use it. And if we can test the theory about keys, indeed, when there's only one key, sometimes it can be used, on any of the locked doors. When there are two keys, one is used on each type of locked door. Now let's save, because I don't want to head too far without a new save file. Alright, we will overwrite this one. Excellent. And then I think we will make a... Nope, I keep doing that, because games have escape as return to the game. We're also going to make a quick save slot. Excellent. And let's keep going. And hopefully we won't find any enemies in here at all. I do not believe that to be true whatsoever. There will be enemies, it's just a question of finding them. Hello? I do not see any enemies. This is really worrying. Not seeing enemies is actually worse than seeing enemies. Hello? Ah, I see a zombie there. I see lots of zombies. How often do I see them? Pretty much whenever I go around a corner. Fortunately, we got some ammo. We didn't entirely replenish our ammo, and there was pretty much only treasure this way, but we did in fact get things. We need ammunition, and unfortunately the zombies here are not going to be much assistance in getting them. Some people have said that they're mutants, but I've always imagined them as zombies, so I'm going with that. Almost thought that I saw ammunition there. Nope, it's just a potted plant. Also, I wonder if this area is going to be a reflection of the other area I was in. Ah, there's ammo here. There's ammo and no enemies. Marvellous. I'm glad to be wrong. Very glad to be wrong. Not so glad about this place, though. This place... Oh, wow, does the other room therefore have, That's actually a good point. Does the other room therefore have other things in it? Because we only went through one of those doors. I'm going to check that before I move on, because I'm going to want more ammunition. It always pays to check. I went through that door? No, that leads to there. Do they lead to other places? Yeah, this is somewhere completely different. It's a good thing I checked here. Enemies? No. What about down here? Enemies? There's another door. Hello! There's a few enemies. Also, somebody had informed me quite correctly that if a door is open, even slightly, it is considered as open for the purposes of the enemy being able to shoot through them. And I believe me being able to shoot through them. No secret? No secret. Does this room have any purpose at all? Does it just have an enemy in it? Okay, that wall looked a little bit different to all the others. There is a door here. Do I trust it? Hey, ammo. A fair bit of ammo. That is good. And a gun that we really, really want. Hello, my old friend. How are you? It's the chain gun. Also, I don't know if I actually want that health. I'll grab it, I suppose. And here is a lot of treasure. And I do believe an alternate way into this area. Yup. Let's not equip the chain gun right now. Because I get the feeling we don't want that equipped just yet. This is a massive area. This is a massive area. I do not trust at all that there are not enemies. There are not enemies. There are really not enemies here. There is just a lot of treasure. Alright. I'll accept that there is a lot of treasure here. Excellent. Free treasure is always good. Also, do not fire in this room. Just in case there are enemies in there that I do not want to alert to the fact that I entered that area. That was a good place to find. Now let's see if we can find other places that are not as perilous to us. Starting with this area. Is this place perilous? It might be perilous. Okay, there's a key here. I do not like this at all. Nope. Do not trust this. Am I right not to trust it? Let's see. Yes! Very right not to trust it. In fact, I'm so right not to trust it that I imagine every single alcove has an enemy that will not get triggered by the fire of the gun, which means I need to be very careful. Very careful, because if I move a little too much, I might trigger more than one of them, and they're tough enough just with one of them. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. We can always go back and get more health, I suppose. Careful. There is another key. I'm curious what that key is used for. Are there actually doors that... There was actually a door here that won't be opened by the key I've already got? That is a curious question. I'm soon to find out. Ow! Gotta be careful of these. Really careful. Also, we have the key. Let's grab all of this ammunition and go get some more health. Because, ow! Ow, did that hurt? Ow! Also, I'm now very curious about the, maybe we couldn't actually get through that, that door in the front. Maybe I just presumed that I could get through the door that's at the front of this area, when I actually couldn't. That could very well be true. I might have just made a wild guess there. Could have. It's not the first time I'd have done that. Health. Excellent. Is there health in here too? Yes. There's not ammo though, but we have a lot of ammo. Which is good. Alright. We have full ammunition. Well, not full ammunition, full health, and near full ammunition. We came through this way. And this way led to that room. And the other way led to another area. Yeah, I could have just entirely guessed. I'm pretty sure that the key I have might not in fact have opened that door. Maybe I just randomly guessed at that. Well, there's only these doors here, and this one led to an area. An area I've already... Ah, there's that area. So were there any enemies? There were no enemies in this room, but I was still right to be careful. There are enemies here, though. 2 of them? Only 2? Indeed, there were only 2. And all there was in here was food. I wonder if there's anything else actually worth coming down here for. No, that was it. And then all these things here that you might have been able to see, that the game is basically hinting at, hey, there's stuff here. You might want stuff. And we do want stuff. But we could not in fact get that stuff. Ah, hello! A lot of enemies, and we let them shoot us. But that's okay. There's health just in the other area. Good idea to use it, actually. Let us go and get it. That is the wrong room. This is the right room. More importantly, this is the right room. Hello, I come to steal your food that you carelessly placed on the floor. Thank you. It was delicious. I ate all of that in less than a second. Blazkowicz is going to have terrible indigestion at the end of this, isn't he? Oh, yes. Terrible, terrible indigestion. Okay. Carefully does it, because... Oh. I was about to say... Oh. I was about to say just because we found 3 of them doesn't mean to say that there were more. There are no more! And in fact, there is tons of health in this room. Completely negating the point of me taking that little excursion away. Gotta be careful, though. Like... Ooh, no enemy there. No enemy there. Okay. We have done floor 3. And even with all that, we found barely any of the secrets. Always have your finger on the fire button when you start one of these levels, because of things like that. Things like that. You have to be really careful about things like that. Okay, let's overwrite this and put that there. And now we need to be very careful. You see all those enemies coming down there? We are going to basically wait for them. Oh, ow, ow! I would say that, but there are some over here too. And there's one up here. Let's get these ones too. There's loads of them! Are they all dead? Nope, they are not. Are they all dead now? Nope, there's one more. One more. Are they all dead now? I don't know. But a lot of them died, and all that ammunition that we just had, gone. But there are a few rooms over there that I imagine might have a few provisions in them. Like a medkit. Very handy. What about this room? 1 clip of ammunition. That is very, very generous. He lied. Not generous at all. In here? Nothing. I do not believe there is nothing. Nope. I apparently should believe that there is nothing. That might be where those guards came from, though. There are a lot of doors here. Might as well start exploring. Nothing in here. An enemy. And I imagine, yep, there's more enemies nearby. Like in there. There is a maze in there, I imagine. And an enemy here? 2 enemies here, in fact. 3 enemies in here. Oh! 4 enemies. 5 enemies. Nope. 6 enemies. Well played, guards. Well played. There is a maze. I'm really, really averse to going through a maze. But without a map, we're gonna have to just do it. Enemies? Oh, that was not much of a maze. I detect that there are enemies in those alcoves. Hello? Yep, absolutely right. I also detect that there will be an enemy in this one. Yep. Always presume that they will reflect the placement of guards. Ooh, there's just stuff in here. I like stuff. Stuff is good, especially when that stuff is bullets. I also don't like alcoves. They tend to contain things that aren't bullets. Like death. Maybe secrets, though. Nope, no secret there. No secret here. But hey, I'll take all of those bullets. Moving on. Because I don't think there's anything else here. Now, there was another set of doors. Basically, these doors here. I don't know where they're gonna go. I'm about to find out, though. Oh, another area. But links off to 2 areas to the side. There is an armor there, and an armor there. And there are no secrets in those that are actually the armor itself. Let's go in here. Oh, there is one enemy. Are there any more enemies? Yes, there are. I have just triggered them coming to get us. Here we go. Oh, there are a lot of enemies. Do you see those? There we go. Do not want them to hit us. There are a lot of them. Yep, at least 4. Oh, 5. 6. Oh, 7. We're on 1% health. That's really bad. That is terrible, actually. Oh, there's 8 of them. Is there 9? I saw a 9th one. Please come back. There we go. Okay, the good news is we didn't die. The bad news is we have 1% health. And now I need to do what somebody told me you can do, which is drink the pools of blood on the floor for 1% healing. Oh, there's another one. No. And there's another one. I'm back to 1% health. I'm really loath to save when I'm at 1% health. 1%! Ow. Ow, that did not go so well. But hey, we got a key. That's always good. Is there any healing in here? Is there anything? There's food in here! Ah, amazing. You know, drinking that pool of blood on the floor actually saved us. If we hadn't drunk that, we'd have lost that 1% of health when we were hit by that zombie. We'd have died. We're on 31% health. Any more food? Not in there. In here? Nope. In here? No, that's it. So, we're on 31% health. But hey, we have a key, and that's always good. What's not good was me at 1% health. Now I'm going to save, because I was not comfortable at all saving at 1% health. What's on this side? Ah, bullets. Very handy. What's also on this side is what looks like more of these mazes. Oh! There are more of these. More zombies. We're going to have to be very careful and shoot as soon as he comes around the corner. There he is. Anyone else? We're back to 18% health. I'm going to save at 18% health. This is most likely a mistake. Ah, there was nothing but points in there. Oh, and there's nothing in there but an enemy. Thanks, game. There is a small winding passageway down there. I'm going to explore the other ones first. Ah, that's not a good sound to hear. That's a terrible sound to hear. I'm going to ready this gun that will hopefully kill everything. Hello? I'm not heavily armed. No, not even slightly. Jail gun! See? Told you. Completely sincere. I was ridiculously armed. And they were guarding all the health power-ups. Excellent. Thank you very much. Your contribution to my not dying was greatly appreciated. Let's switch to a more sensible gun. There is nothing in here at all. There was, however, a passageway that went round a corner. And if memory serves, I've already been down there. So in fact, there is nothing round there. Considering the fact that at some point during this level I was at 1% health, I don't think I'm doing too badly. Are there any more enemies down here? There's more health down here, and I see bullets over there. Was I in any danger here? Yes, I was at 1% health at one point. That's kind of bad. Might as well grab some bullets, though. We'll leave those bullets there, though. You never know when you might need one clip of bullets. Secret? No secret. We haven't really found any secrets this time round. Is there? There's no door there. There's another key. We have keys, but nothing to use them on. So we've done this for 2 keys, but nothing to actually use any keys on. We haven't found any doors that use keys. Or have I? Is this a door? It's not a door. It's not a door. So we need to just go and start exploring, because we haven't found a door. We should have in theory found a door. Okay, in here was just a key. So there won't be a key in here. And in here was this area, which had these areas. None of these are usable. In here was this room. This room has no door that can be unlocked with a key. Why do I get the feeling I have no idea what I'm using these keys for? I think it's because I have no idea what I'm using these keys for. This... yeah, there's a middle one here that doesn't... oh, hello! So that one doesn't lead anywhere either. And that's not a secret door. None of these are secret doors. I'm missing something plainly obvious, I'm pretty sure, but at the moment I can't see what that is. And so when we come back, folks, I shall save and we shall see if I can find these doors. Something tells me I'm missing something rather obvious here, but maybe it will present itself. I hope so, anyway. So, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.